Good evening, Point Loma, class of 2020. Welcome to your virtual senior award ceremony. Before we get started, I just want to again let you know that you've been on our minds. We've been thinking about this class. It's a very special and historic class of 2020. Our senior award ceremony is always a very special time for us, and we wanted to make it special for you. So I hope you enjoy it. Before we get started tonight, there's a couple things that needed to get some shout outs to. First off, I want to thank the Point Loma High School Senior Scholarship Committee. Thank you everybody for reviewing an amazing display of great essays and applications. It's very difficult to make some choices here. I'd like to thank all the donors that make this possible and all the people that present scholarships. So thank you very much. A special shout out goes to Mr. Brian Campagnone, who without him and his digital magic, we wouldn't be here either. And of course, head counselor Sarah Brandel always comes through for all the students here at Point Loma High School to make sure that we have this very function tonight. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce two stalwarts of Point Loma High School, the amazing Mr. John Pasternak and his even more amazing wife, Ms. Yolanda Beltran.
Thank you, Hans. We appreciate the kind words. And before we get started this evening, I just wanted to speak on behalf of myself and my co-MC with over 30 years teaching at Point Loma High School. It is such an honor and a privilege not only to be speaking on behalf of our faculty and ourselves, but the community that we're lucky enough to be a part of here at Point Loma High. And we're really looking forward to sharing the wonderful news with the recipients of the awards here, albeit virtually, as best we can.
And also just a nice shout out to you guys, class of 2020. Pasternak and I are very, very honored to be able to do this for you. We wish we could do it in person, but we're so proud of who you are, and we look forward to everything that you're going to do in the future.
So with a lot of exciting news ahead of us here this afternoon or this evening or whenever we're watching this, we wanted to jump right into it. The first award this evening comes from the Cabrillo Civic Club of San Diego. This year they've awarded the Cabrillo Civic Club of California Scholarship in memory of Arnold Neves to two outstanding Point Loma High pointers, Kayla Hadashida and Justin Valadeo. Also, the Cabrillo Civic Club Scholarship and Book Award is in memory of Gilbert Frank, and that has been awarded this afternoon to Kayla Hadashida. And last but not least, they've also given the Cabrillo Club Top Citizen Award, which is being presented here to Kennedy Lira. Congratulations to all four of you amazing seniors.
The second award this afternoon goes to the Point Loma High School AVID student, a senior in the AVID program who has been an active participant 3 to 4 years and has maintained a GPA of 3.0 or higher. The student receiving this year's $100 AVID scholarship is Alejandro Reyes. Congratulations, Alejandro.
Moving forward, a very memorable and important award in memory of seminar student Jeremy Daw. This year's Jeremy Hayes Daw Memorial Scholarship is for $2,000. The purpose of the scholarship is to provide financial support for college to a seminar student who has demonstrated not only a love of reading classic literature, history, and philosophy, but being an outstanding all-around student. This year's recipient is Ms. Loretta Karpinski. Retta has met all of these requirements and has proven to be the perfect recipient for this award. Nice work, Retta.
The next award is the Ralph S. Campagnone Memorial Scholarship. The scholarship was created to help ensure that financial need does not interfere with any student being able to pursue their career, passions, and their interests. So while the scholarship award is modest, the goal is also to remind recipients of the importance of helping others when they're in a position to do so. This year's recipients of the Ralph S. Campagnone Memorial Scholarship are Aaron Roberts, Olivia Gimbel, Alejandro Reyes, Alexander Gomez, Hannah Notch, and Calvin Antunez. Congratulations to all of you.
Nice. The Robert M. Golden Scholarship honors a lifelong San Diegoan and a 1937 graduate of Point Loma High School. Mr. Golden enjoyed a distinguished career in business, civics, and cultural affairs. His family established this scholarship back in 1993 to honor a senior of exceptional character and leadership. And today's recipient, who will be receiving a $1,000 scholarship, is Dagim Aboye. Congratulations, Dagim. Next up, we have another fantastic scholarship, which is the Jack Haskell Memorial Scholarship. As many of us know, Mr. Haskell was a Point Loma High School counselor and math teacher, known for his quiet example of both service and his dedication to our community. Tonight's recipient of this $250 award is Dagim Aboye. Again, congratulations, Dagim.
Next up, we have Joy Lauterbach's Memorial Scholarship. Joy Lauterbach was a mother, a wife, and a friend to all. The $1,000 Joy Lauterbach People Person Award is going to a student who's known not only as a good friend, but also a good listener. This year's scholarship recipient is Camila Mendoza. Congratulations, Camila.
As those of us lucky to be associated with Point Loma High School know, for years the Evan Nash Memorial Scholarship is given in honor of Evan Nash, who was a seminar student who loved his family, his friends, and his sports. This is an award that is going to an outstanding senior who is part of the cross-country team and an awesome AP Lit student. The recognition and the award given by the Nash family is for $1,000, and it goes to Catherine Taylor. Congratulations, KT.
Next up, we have the Ocean Beach Scholarship Fund. Originally founded in 1986, they have a mission to support and provide local students with financial assistance, personal encouragements, and support to actively pursue higher levels of academic achievement. Tonight, they're honoring a large number of Point Loma High School seniors. So each student recognized tonight is going to be receiving a check for $500. The Point Loma Crosby Penn Chamber of Commerce would like to first congratulate Zoe Latham as a recipient of their award this year. Congrats, Zoe. Next up, we have the Point Loma Ocean Beach Realty Association Scholarship, who partnered with Coldwell Banker, is awarding 3 seniors who are entering into a business major this fall. The awardees are Shannon McCarthy, Kylie Schultz, and Brandon Valverde. Please congratulate these students. Next up also, we have the Peninsula Lions Club Scholarship, which is worth $500. Since 1917, the Lions have served the world's population through not only hard work and commitment, but they make a difference in the lives of people everywhere. Tonight, they're recognizing Kyle Carlson. Congratulations, Kyle. And back for its second year, our second to last OB scholarship is brought to us by a lovely local restaurant, Bobo, and we're excited to announce that they are awarding Miss Emma Brandel.
Congratulations to all you recipients. And last but not least is the Ellsbury Math and Science Memorial Scholarship. Mrs. Katie Ellsbury passed away last year, but we are pleased to keep her memory alive with this award. This award is presented tonight in the amount of $500 to Miss Isabella Ryan. Let's give a nice round of applause for all of the Ocean Beach Scholarship Fund winners.
Next up, we have the Maxey Family Scholarship, which was established in 1994 to honor the memory of William Ivy and Gladys Maxey. It's given by their children, Rick, Barbara, and Terry, who are all Point Loma alumni. Their parents placed a great value on education and made many, many sacrifices to assure that each of their children received a college education. The $2,500 scholarship is awarded to a Point Loma High School graduate who will continue their education at San Diego State University. The selection criteria include strong academic achievements, part-time work, school and community involvement. This year, the Maxey family has selected Stefan Keller for this award. Congratulations, Stefan.
Congratulations, Stefan. Another fantastic part of our community, as we know, is the Ocean Beach Kiwanis Club, and they have 2 scholarships which they have granted for academic excellence. This year, both of the scholarships are being presented to the same student. Each scholarship is in the amount of $500. The Paul Schenk Memorial Award for $500 is presented to Ryan Dong, and the Mike Service Memorial Scholarship for $500 is also being presented to Ryan. Ryan, congratulations. Well done.
Yay, Ryan, congrats. Next up, we have the Point Loma High School Alumni Class of 1966 Pointer Brothers Award. They joined last year's winners as excellent examples of Pointer graduates whose talents and time have been contributing to their community, who we have every belief will continue those experiences and who we wholeheartedly welcome to the Pointer Brothers. Please congratulate the following students: Dagim Aboye, Curran Gray, Turner Kaminsky, Alejandro Reyes, and Brandon Truong. Each of these young men will receive $500 towards their college expenses. Congrats, gentlemen.
Congrats, fellows. Moving right along with all the exciting news, the Pointer Association is pleased to award the Spirit of Pointer Alumni Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, and it is being offered to 3 students who, through their essays, have truly recognized in their words and more importantly through their actions over their years here at PL, what it means to be a pointer. This year award goes to the 3 students, Kai Collins, Kylie Hastings, and Alejandro Reyes. Congratulations to each of you on that $1,000 scholarship.
New to Point Loma High School this year is the Beltran Pasternak Push Scholarship, which was established and decided by local community members. Students who applied for this scholarship had to write an essay that recognizes their most impactful teachers from pre-K all the way to 12th grade, who've caused a tremendous transformation in their students' lives. This award and the recipient of the scholarship has demonstrated true transformation over the last 4 years because they chose to be reflective on feedback from their teachers. The community members, the family, the alumni who read over dozens and dozens of essays have selected Ryan Hogue for this year's $1,000 scholarship.
Congratulations, Ryan. Lastly, from the Pointer Association is the Benny Edens Memorial Scholarship. And again, as many of us know, Coach Edens was both a football coach and a motivator for 55 years at Point Loma High School. Coach Edens' illustrious career consisted of NFL high school coach recognition, CIF championships, and promoting players with national professional ranking. This scholarship annually is given to an outstanding student athlete for $1,000. It's being awarded to Sadie Heckman, who is both an outstanding athlete and a great citizen. Congratulations, Sadie, on being the recipient of the Benny Edens Memorial Scholarship this year.
Congrats, Sadie. Next up is the Soledad M. Ramos Memorial Scholarship that was established by my sister and I in honor of our grandmother who passed away when we were graduating from college. Our grandmother Soledad had a great impact on our family's education, even though she herself was illiterate. She never graduated from high school, and she was even unable to sign her own name. The premise that my sister and I wanted to found this scholarship on is that when you educate a woman, you can change the world. This year's recipient, we are honored to say, for this award goes to Ayesa Ordonez. Congratulations, Ayesa.
Another Point Loma scholarship that is near and dear to the Point Loma community, as we know, is the Bruce Sutphin Goodanya Award. And it was created in honor of a remarkably good man. And I had the privilege of working with his daughter this year. And I can absolutely say that she is destined towards great things. And this year's Bruce Sutphin Goodanya Award is being given to a very deserving student, the amount of $1,000. As many of us who were lucky enough to know Bruce know, he was a gifted engineer and physicist and was most proud of being a project manager for the historic project Deep Sea Challenger. He was a world champion sailor. His friends remember him for his pure gold character, his funny personality, his possession of limitless mind, and having a big heart. And above all, the extraordinary way in which he lived his life. He was a husband and a father to 2 daughters of whom he was extremely proud. He lived his life to the fullest and believed in making each day in life count. He believed in goodness and happiness, love and gratitude for others. In his gratitude and positive outlook, he was grateful for life, providing him a good lap. We are pleased to offer this scholarship to a very deserving student who resonates with the qualities in life that Bruce possessed. This $1,000 award is being awarded this afternoon to Trey Gerga. Trey, congratulations. Well deserved.
I think next up, Mr. Pasternak is going to be introducing the Ken and Margaret Harvey Baseball Scholarship.
And for those of us that are lucky enough to know the Harvey family have been outstanding members of our community for years and years and years. We know that this year's recipients of the Ken and Margaret Harvey Baseball Scholarship are happen to be 2 outstanding young men. Ken, who was a 1942 graduate of Point Loma High, and his wife Margaret loved watching Point Loma baseball. Their son Jim, shout out to you Jim, played on the first Point Loma team to win the CIF championship back in 1973. They were thrilled to cheer on both of their grandsons, both of whom I had the pleasure of coaching back in the day. Kyle, class of 2005, as well as Cody from the class of 2011, while they were playing for the Pointers. They're very proud that Kyle has continued to go on and coach baseball, varsity baseball at Point Loma for several years. The Ken and Margaret scholarships go to players who are not only great teammates and play the game in the right way, but outstanding citizens. Each of these young men will receive a scholarship for $500 towards their studies. This year's recipients are Hunter Oetgen and Tanner Shinsky. Congratulations, fellas. Well done.
Next up, the Point Loma Kindness Project recognizes students who've demonstrated initiative to participate in community service on a regular and recurring basis. This year, the $750 award is going to Sean Kiyohara. Congratulations, Sean.
You know, as we move ahead, one thing I'm reminded of getting to be the MC for the last couple of years is how nice it is to be able to hear from the families themselves. And going back to what Ms. Beltran and I were saying earlier, whether it's the Harvey family or in this case, the Larsden family and the Burgeon family, it really is an honor having a chance to read these words and represent not only the scholarships, but the families and the human beings who are behind each one of these. With that in mind, the Ken Stone Memorial Scholarship was established as a tribute and to honor the memory of Ken Stone. He was the father of former head counselor Lori Hurl and grandfather of former PL teachers Kelly Larson, Robin Bergen, and alumni Tyler Hurl. Ken was an engineer and a businessman with a keen mind and a loving heart. And this award is given annually in the amount of $1,500. And the award this year goes to Trey Gerga. Again, Trey, congratulations.
Congrats, Chris. Next up, Lois Stone, wife of Ken Stone, was a loving and kind family woman, a brilliant college graduate, a philanthropist, a political activist, and overall a woman who loved life and lived it to the fullest. The Lois Stone Memorial Scholarship was presented this evening to two wonderful and deserving students, each of them who will be receiving two $500 scholarships. Congratulations to Cristina de los Santos and Alejandro Reyes. Great job.
I believe Ms. Beltran will be giving the next scholarship. And again, if we were there in person, we would be hassling you seniors so much. So we are moving quickly and we hope that every scholarship and every recipient is certainly being given their rightful due. Ms. Beltran?
Next up, we have the Point Loma High School staff established the William Lee Trepanier Memorial Scholarship in honor of late Coach T. It's awarded to a well-deserving young woman who shines in both athletics and in academics. Tonight, the scholarship is going to a very, very well-deserving young woman by the name of Sadie Heckman. Congratulations to Sadie, who's going to be receiving a $500 scholarship.
As we begin to wrap up here with a few last very valuable and important scholarships, the Richard C. Ware Scholarship honors students who have overcome physical or mental obstacles and managed to shine. The recipient of this award will receive a $500 scholarship towards their education. And not only is she an outstanding human being and AP Lit student, but more importantly, an outstanding person. Congratulations to this year's awardee, Elizabeth Ripczynski. Congratulations, Ms. Ripczynski, and again, good job. One last comment here. David Wells, as many of us know, was the second player to ever pitch a perfect game for the New York Yankees. He's also an alumni of Point Loma High School and has so established the David Wells Excellence in Athletic Award to recognize tremendous athletes playing any sport at Point Loma High School. This year, the award is split between two outstanding recipients, John Croxton and Tanner Schinkel. They will each be receiving $500 for this accomplishment. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Next up, a very special scholarship. For 22 years, Kevin Patrick Gormley worked for the San Diego Unified School District, where he devoted his talents to positively impacting the lives of thousands of children. Kevin began teaching social studies and Spanish at Point Loma High School in 1999, and he served as Point Loma High School's vice principal from 2003 until his passing. Kevin was lovingly known by all as the Gorm Storm, and students, faculty, and staff alike marveled at his stature and his always perfectly gelled hair. Kevin met Veronica, his loving wife of 15 years, when they both began teaching at Point Loma High School in 1999, and together they had two beautiful children, Samantha and Joseph. He loved coaching his children's sports teams, spending time together at home, playing in the backyard with his family, and watching the Padres and the Chargers. Kevin loved to surf and spent many early mornings catching waves at his favorite beaches in La Jolla and in Del Mar. His strong faith and his love of his family is what he's known best for, and his smile, his kindness, his humble nature, it will never be forgotten. The recipient of this award exemplifies the type of student that Mr. Gormley would refer to as, what is a pointer? A pointer is energetic, intelligent, loyal, and enthusiastic about their work. This year's recipient of the Kevin Gormley Memorial Scholarship is Calvin Antunes.
There are two last awards this evening, both of which I believe Mr. Becker will be presenting. The Pete Ross Award for the Point Loma High School valedictorian and salutatorians, as well as the Outstanding Citizen for the class of 2020. And before Ms. Beltran and I sign off, Mr. Becker, there is one thing we wanted to congratulate you on. While there's not necessarily an award, I know that our community is aware that this happens to be your last year at the helm of Point Loma High School. And I'd like to speak on not only our behalf, but our faculty and community's behalf, and thank you publicly for not only your years of service, but your commitment to the values and the excellence and the outstanding nature of what Point Loma High School has always been under your stewardship, and will continue to be, thanks in large part to your leadership. So I know you're not graduating this year, but thank you for all your work, and if there was an award, I know we would have one for you. Ms. Beltran, anything further before we hand it off to Mr. Becker?
Always, to all of the seniors, to the graduating class of 2020, to you, Mr. Becker, just love and light for continued success, happiness, and health as we all journey forward together.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Beltran and Mr. Pasternak, very kind words. And it's not about me, it's about the kids these days. So I appreciate that. So tonight I'll be presenting the Pete Ross Award for the Point Loma High School valedictorian, and this year, and salutatorian. This year, it's in name of Pete Ross, who was the first principal of Point Loma High School back in 1925. He was principal from 1925 to 1932. We'd like to congratulate this year's salutatorians, Kyle Carlson and Zoe Latham, and our valedictorian this year, Miss Loretta Karpinski. So let's give a clap up for them a little bit. And finally, our final award tonight is the Citizen of the Year Award. And it's generally either given to 2 students or 1 student. But however, one student at Point Loma High School really stood out, especially in the difficult times that we went through. She not only represented our school, ASB, and all of our students very nobly through the whole district, but also represented all students in San Diego Unified. And that award is this beautiful, historic cup that lives in the principal's office. This one goes back to 1932. I'm very pleased to announce this year's Citizen of the Year at Point Loma High School, Isla Jade Comasa. Oh, I gotta get some clapping going. Isla Jade Comasa. Well, that wraps up this year's virtual senior awards. Hopefully it's the last one we ever have to do virtually. Again, a big shout out to the class of 2020. A big shout out to my colleagues here. Parents, thank you for doing what you do to make these amazing kids and keeping Point Loma, what I believe still the finest high school in San Diego. Everyone have a great evening. Let's be safe out there. Thank you very much. Have a good night.